Mics are hot.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hump. I am Franchise Cam in the building. Mon Love is in the building. What's going on, people?
What's up?
Man, we got a hot show for y'all today, man. Alpha versus beta, man. That's kind of like what the world is all about right now anyway. So we're going to dive into it today, man. We got, some interesting takes on it. If you guys want some takes, y'all can just hit us up, put your comments up there, man, and we'll roll with it and see what's going on. So first thing first.
I shared the number to the feed.
Huh?
I said I just shared the number to it.
Huh? Display. But yeah, man, this topic was brought to us by Mr. Mon Love. What inspired this topic?
Do I remember? I don't even remember.
Dude, that was like that part from what's the movie with
lunch break fodder?
No, what was that guy's name? I mean, the movie with Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker.
Oh,
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Gummy, gummy, gummy, gummy," and he was like, "Green." That's what that moment was like right there. So yeah, what brought this topic up?
I don't know. You know, my brain is like yellow, blue, Monday, Tuesday, go, rocket ship. So.
Okay, so I mean, it's kind of like it's the most super relevant topic going on now. If I wanted to answer the conundrum, it would be like transvestites. No, but
I'm glad I wasn't live. I'm glad I wasn't live myself yet. So
that's like the best of both worlds. Like that's alpha and beta in like one package, right?
I guess.
I mean, Bruce Jenner would be perfect on this topic. But if you want to know who wins, you just find a tranny, and I'm just saying, if you want a true winner, there's an old saying. I think my grandfather used to say it.
Thanks for coming, people. See you next week.
They say everybody loves you when you buy. All right, so
right before just because I'm about to take this. Salute. So.
But yeah, alpha versus beta, man.
Well, what brought it up is because I see a lot of women saying they're alpha females too, and then you got guys who are saying alpha males.
How does that work? An alpha female?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to discuss it today.
Does an alpha female take out the trash? No, I'm playing.
She pays somebody to do it.
Cool. That makes her alpha.
Makes her a boss.
Do you feel like there's so many different dynamics we can get into when it comes to alpha versus beta, alpha females, alpha males. There's a lot of beta males out here now, man.
Well, the thing that I wanted to bring up is that's what everybody feels like. It's always alpha, beta, but there's so many different personality types. Like there's delta, sigma, there's omega, there's different type of personality types, but everybody just classifies as alpha versus beta. So of course every man feels he's an alpha male, or some I guess feel they're a beta, but there's so many other in between those two or after those two where you might actually fall in line. So I think that's where the biggest misconception is. It's just alpha males and beta males, and that's not the truth. Or alpha female, beta females. There's so many other that run the gamut. But go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So you think if you're calling out an issue or you're calling out a situation, do you think it's more women trying to be alpha or more men being beta? In other words, you think it's more soft men, or do you think it's more strong women?
Why are we saying? Are we identifying it as soft? Just because you're a beta doesn't mean you're soft.
If it's a man,
not necessarily.
I'm just. That's how I feel.
I think, like I said, it's another misconception. I don't equate it with being soft.
I shouldn't have said soft, but more
reserved,
submissive.
I don't even want to use submissive. You're not even being submissive.
You're beta. That's what you know what beta is?
So soldiers are submissive?
I mean,
they're not all.
In that dynamic, no.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
I thought we were talking about in a relationship or when it comes to
anything that I talk about is always going to be broad.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't. That's what I'm saying. The scope is so small on it. I want to make it a bigger scope. People have to think bigger.
Let's scope it.
This is not. This might be the show me and Cam fist fight out there in the parking lot.
We are not going to fist fight because the way my tendonitis in my elbows is set up, Jack. It's not happening.
My
Jack.
bursitis is killing me. But No, I just like I said, I just want to broaden the scope. I mean, we can shorten it to like men-women relationships in society right now, but I'm saying that's one of the things we always associate certain terms with other terms. Like I said, you associate soft or submissive to beta. That's not really, to me, that's not accurate.
So, what is your definition of beta? How about let's go there.
I think beta is just like a.
And I said that because I didn't even know.
I mean,
I don't even know what it means.
I think when they say beta, I mean, when you look it up, to me, I mean, like I said, not the exact dictionary definition. It's just more like a beta is more like a secondary role sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like you're just more, like you might find more beta males or females that actually execute the plan. Like if alpha makes the plan, the beta helps execute the plan. That doesn't necessarily mean they're soft or submissive. They're just helping you execute the plan.
I definitely think it. I don't think they're soft, but I definitely think there's some degree of submissiveness in being a beta, because
I think
you have to follow someone else's lore,
and that's my point. We all do to a degree.
Okay, I got you.
Just that's what I'm saying. So you have people out here thinking they're alphas, but you're really not, because, like you said, you're not. You don't call all your own shots.
Or so let's slice this down, and let's take. We're not going to do a work environment. We're not going to do a world environment. Let's just do relationships.
I figured. Okay, I'm about to say that I was going to use another one. I figured this was come up, but like you said, I was going to use basketball.
Okay,
like a basketball team, or like but we can use relationships. Go ahead.
Let's do relationships. So, if a man is relationship, do you feel like that's natural? I mean, you know what I mean?
Is it more natural your relationship if your lady is the alpha and she comes up with the plan?
That's a hard life.
I'm just saying, and you execute the plan. She just comes up with the plan. You execute it. You build it. It's just someone else's vision.
You ain't never gonna hear the end of it.
I'm just saying, man, but it's someone else's vision.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
Some people, very few people have the vision and the ability to execute that vision.
Like
they need someone else to execute that vision for them.
I would think like Wendy Williams is an alpha female. Do you think so? Or alpha male? He's gonna do that.
What is both, Alex?
What is for 500? No, because she doesn't control.
You think she considers herself an alpha female?
I don't know what she considers herself, but
or alpha male, or
I
whatever.
I consider her alpha because she doesn't. She's controlled by the industry.
What about Oprah?
She doesn't put out her own content.
Alpha?
No, because she's still reserved in her views, in her viewpoints. Like, to me, an alpha says what they want when they want. Oprah can't afford to do that. She can do that. Well, like I said, she can afford to do it, but she doesn't do it. She still has conservative ways and what she speaks on and what she does.
I'm gonna find one.
That's not like an alpha.
Hillary Clinton.
I think she's a top.
So that means Bill's a bottom, or is Bill in the room?
Like, okay, perfect example. I think if we had to say alpha, I would, if I had to look and say alpha female, I would probably say like Michelle Obama. I think she's alpha.
But I think Barack's an alpha male too, man.
I don't think so.
I think, all right, so that's a good question. Could two alphas coexist in a relationship, you think?
I don't think they could. I think two people that thought they were alphas could. I don't think two actual alphas could. I think two people that think and want to pull that off can do it.
All right. I mean, I don't know.
Because like I said, dude, looking at it out of all the other because like I said, there are several other personality types. It's not just these two. Everybody thinks it's just these two. I'm either alpha or beta. You're not. You might be, like I said, you might be a sigma. You might be a delta personality. You might be an omega personality.
Okay, so I'm guilty of not even when you say people don't know about it, I know about the other.
Like I said, there's one personality. I forget. I think it's sigma. I think I identify as like a sigma. Like I don't care. Like I don't care what I identify as. I just move like the way I move.
I don't even think people read that much into the sign as the more they do like the word association. Mm-hmm. When alpha meaning boss and beta meaning
right,
not the boss.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
like I said, there's some people that don't even identify with any. Like there's a word that they are, but they don't identify with any.
So we were talking like off the air about it's kind of like playing into this conversation about Kevin Samuels.
What up, Justin?
And he was talking about
Jacqueline?
hey Jacqueline. He was talking about the alpha or the females being attracted to alpha males, and we were talking about like just his whole dynamic of it. Do you kind of like agree with like most dominant men should be alphas? Do you think that is like, I shouldn't say should. Do you think the best outcome would come from that situation?
Which, as far as I'm not understanding the question.
All right. So, like, say if you met a woman who considered herself an alpha, but you already said you consider yourself a sigma. I don't even know what sigma is, but just say if you were like alpha also, do you think y'all could coexist?
No.
Do you think that you think you could beta yourself to be with an alpha?
I couldn't beta myself to be with anybody.
Okay. This is, I mean, because like I think the layman's would look at the situation, because layman's don't like see you're like into it a little more deeper than most people will probably go, because most people think just alpha is just the boss and beta is the submissive.
That's the purpose of the subject.
Okay, so in that sense though, are you just trying to say let's do away with the way people think about it, or are we trying to talk about what's actually happening, what people actually think it is?
Both, but I'm saying when you use a term, you might want to know what the term means.
That's
like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you use a term, when you're out here saying I only date alpha males, you might want to know what it means.
Most people think the other names are just like frats. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. If you're out here and this is how you're representing yourself, this is something you're looking for. This is something that's on your list. You might want to know what it means if you're saying this. That's like people. I mean, just using this as an example. That's like people that are saying they're celibate. I'm celibate. You're not celibate. Celibacy is religion purposes. That means you're not getting married. That means you're not having sex. You're abstinent. You might be abstaining, but you're not celibate.
You could just be going through a dry spell.
Could be, but I'm saying most people just
not
say
good.
Most people just say I'm celibate,
Yes.
and it's like you're not using it correctly. So a lot of people, like you said, when they use the term alpha, you're not using it correctly.
We'll come back to the celibate thing too. Because
What up, Tanya Brewer?
I think that's kind of on the fence there, because I don't know. I mean, I think you I think you can be celibate.
And then a lot of chicks say they only date alpha males, and it's like, I know you're a baby father, so you don't just date alpha males.
In their mind, he's an alpha. Listen, to them, if he can use her car whenever he wants to,
I know
to go to his other baby mama house,
I know your
that's an alpha.
I know your ex-husband.
You can't tell her he's not
Alphas
alpha.
is not all you
He has
date.
the tattoo.
Right.
It's an alpha on his arm. She paid for it. That's an alpha male.
Right.
What if you're an alpha, but your circumstances don't let you be an alpha?
You're not an alpha.
That's a good question.
You're not an alpha then.
Well, I mean, but circumstances happen though. You could be an alpha male.
You
and,
can't.
I mean, I'm not going to say male. You could be an alpha and be in a bad place.
You can't.
So is it situational? It's like, so you're alpha like for 5 years, and then you get in a bad place. Now you a beta for a month and a half,
you
and then
can.
you're alpha.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can
You
just
can't.
like. Can you just switch signs?
You can't have your chest out and your hand out.
I mean, yeah, you can.
There we go. Say it
yeah,
again.
you can.
No, you can't.
It's a lot of women with big breasts.
You can't be the alpha male, but
With the hand out.
you can't be the alpha and you borrowing money from beta. You can't be.
Listen, all right. So if
You
you are
can't
alpha,
be.
you ain't borrowing the money from beta. Beta giving it to you.
Nah.
Beta is giving it to the alpha.
No.
I mean, like I'm confused with the whole
No.
the complete definitions of it. So I'm gonna like walk back because I don't look at it like how y'all saying it. I don't really look at it that way, and that's because I don't know the complete definition of what you're saying.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna be honest, I don't know. To me,
you had enough time to look it up.
when do I do stuff like that? You ain't just meet me. I mean, for real. I mean, that's just a sidebar.
So, yeah.
You ain't never sent me nothing to me like researching stuff for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, Mo? No.
I mean,
you send it to me. I look at it. It's a good topic, and we roll. I'm not researching nothing. The hell?
Yeah, she was worried about.
Know who you are.
She was worried about you keeping my book. I was like, nah.
No, Jack, we don't do that.
I was like,
Listen,
nah. If there's one person I'm not worried about keeping the book for me is you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But I did like browse through the book. I did.
You look for pop-up
There
pictures?
was no pictures. There's no pictures, and I was like, man,
so disappointing.
And I met her at the pop-up. She's a very nice lady.
She's good people.
Shout out to Jacqueline. I won't say her name right. She's a very nice lady. I'm just not a reader. I'm not a reader. I'm just not a reader. I mean, and the cover looks dope. The cover's dope.
The cover art is dope.
Listen, for a lot of people that don't know,
next week I will share with you some inserts from the movie.
when I work and I come
movie.
home, man, the last thing I want to do is like read because I'm gonna go to sleep. So I am. I'm gonna go to sleep. If I don't cut on the TV and somebody's not getting shot or scoring a bucket, I'm going to bed. That's how I go. That's me. But that has nothing to do with because I'm pretty sure I heard some good reviews. My daughter read the book. I'm pretty sure you're gonna read it because that's what you do. You freaking reader. How dare you get on the air and brag about reading?
We already know you don't read though. It's like
I do
not
read.
Can't just
I
don't.
can tell you there's many things I read in a day. Like directions or this might be flammable. I read that stuff. I don't want to die.
It's not
You
reading.
know, the
You're kind
experiment-
of like scanning.
That's-
You're scanning it.
Yeah.
Did I put the number up for people to call?
Yeah, 772-3393. 216. Please hit up.
I really want
T,
to hear.
you a big
I
reader?
really want to hear.
I read reference books. Like the last book I read was the English-Spanish dictionary.
He's just different.
Oh, man.
I'm a weirdo. Whatever.
He's just different.
I mean, you really read the English
That's
Spanish
like-
dictionary for real?
It was about a girl, but yeah, I was trying to.
Crazy T is the type of dude. If you're in like a life and death situation like this, anybody here speak Japanese?
Right,
Crazy
right.
T's gonna be like,
I know a few lines.
I watch Afro Samurai, so I can get us through this. Like Crazy T is an interesting guy.
And we're gonna get back to the topic, like real quick. But like the whole reading thing. So somebody told me you gain better knowledge from reading a text than watching a documentary or listen to somebody talk about a text they read. Do you agree with that?
No.
Thank you, because they could be lying.
How do you gain knowledge through text?
I mean, just like reading like a book, like a text.
Oh, in text?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? Because the same thing that they're saying in the book could be not true, and the same thing that person on TV could be saying is not true. Why is it more believable because somebody wrote it?
I'm not saying it's more believable because someone wrote it. I mean, a lot of times, like I said, throughout our history of our text that we learned in school, all of it is
Right,
BS.
exactly.
I was just saying, I thought you meant like people learn more. Like I thought that you were saying that's a better way for people to
So
learn.
I watched a documentary on World War I and II, right?
Okay.
I couldn't read a book on it. I'll be asleep. Like, so why is it seem like people would be like, well, you know what? You learn more from the book than you learn from the documentary.
I'm from the school. I don't know about that. Like, but growing up, my brother, he used to read a lot. My father used to read a lot, and he used to read like a lot of movies come out. Like I think just like Stephen King, and he'd be like, yeah, that wasn't as good as the book. I'm like, what the fuck you mean it wasn't? Like it was a book. So I started to read. Like I think one of the first books I read like just fiction was either The Exorcist or Interview with a Vampire. And it's like I like both of those movies, but the books were so much better, just so much more detailed. And
but
I
I only
could
got
actually,
2 hours in the movie, you know that, right?
but I'm just saying there's so much more detail, and like I'm a detail person. That's why that's the type of rap I like, storytelling. That's like the comedy I like. I like detail. I like when someone mentions a color or a smell or just I'm a detail person. Like in movies, I like dialogue.
Yeah,
So
but I mean,
think-
you can get the same thing out of a movie, though. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just all right. So I mean, I read a book, like
a book before.
it was
Long ago.
it was in elementary.
Many
I'm about to tell you, I
Now
read
we're
a
about
book.
to hear about Catcher in the Rye.
It was. I read 2 books because I had to. One was in high school, one was in elementary, and one was Huck Finn.
They make you read.
Yeah, and the other one was The Great Gatsby, right?
That had to be a tough read.
No, it was very. Thank you. I mean, but anyway, I enjoyed both of the movies so much better. And like, I don't know how much more I needed to know about these people. But I mean, I learned enough in the hour and a half of the Mark Twain Huckleberry Finn. Then man, the book was like, I'm like looking, man, all these damn words, man.
Then
like, talk to me.
I was like offended. I think I want to say summer. I forget what summer it was. I think I was 14 or something, and I was reading an autobiography of Malcolm X. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're reading that for school?" It's like, no, I'm reading it for me. Like, because
I never did that.
Like, dude, I carried that book everywhere all summer and just read it.
I read.
Anywhere I went, I had that book.
The playbook in college because I kept going wrong on the screen. That's about it. And here's the thing, like people say you're a product of your environment. My mother reads, my wife reads. I think my sisters and them read. It just don't do nothing for me, man. It just don't.
Reading is fundamental.
Listen, I read the whole Bible.
Cam is a rebel.
I read the whole Bible
Without a
from
clue.
front to back because I thought I was going to hell. So I read the Bible from front to back, right? I remember like 2 paragraphs. You know what I mean? I read it.
There's a lot of things that I read, like I reread. Like I have a habit of reading 2 books at the same time because sometimes one just can't hold my attention. So I'll go back and forth.
Man, you're my hero. I can't do
there's there's stuff now that I'm reading that I read as a kid that I understand.
You
more.
reread the book?
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Like of course.
But you know what's going to happen though.
But
it's like rewatching the
you-
movie, but you can see somebody get shot in the head.
You miss some things, and then like when I was young, I had a comprehension problem. Like I could read, but I'll read a whole paragraph and it's like, the fuck did I just read? So I used to have like go back and same way I taught my son. At the end of the text, there's there's questions. You just read it, it's in there. So that's how I started to comprehend. I started looking for things, and that helped me to comprehend what I was reading. But that carried over to an adult to where sometimes I'll read stuff just because I'm reading it. I'll read it fast, so I read all the words, but it's like, what the fuck did I just read? So I'll go back. So I know during the course of a 300-page book, 400-page book, I know I missed something. It's kind of like binge watching. Like that's why I don't binge watch stuff, because I know I miss stuff. So I'll go back and start. Like I'll walk out or fall asleep on the episode. Like let me start it over because I know I missed something.
You just made me realize
Or what?
why I don't like books. They're too damn long. They're just too damn long. Like, I mean, I read. Now I'm sorry. I made it seem like I'm like stupid or something. I do read. I read news articles all day long. All day long. I like to watch the news more than I like reading the
So you
article.
like those anything that say 2-minute read? You're
No.
like, I'm there.
I like to get all of my. That's one of the things why I don't watch a lot of movies, because I like TV shows that end in an episode. I don't like to watch like drawn out stuff.
So you know what I get from this?
Which
You're sounding a real beta-ish.
there's nothing beta about me, sir. I want
That's
you
a
to know
callback.
that.
Alphas read. Alphas read.
No, that's not true, man. Most alphas, they don't have to read because the beta read to them.
Get out of here.
I don't know, man. It's just the whole reading thing, man. It's just like I'm not
just enjoy it.
against it, but
I just enjoy it.
I mean, and that's cool. I just hate when
Plus
people
I-
make people that make it seem like people who don't read are stupid. I hate that.
I don't think
It's like I can read, I just don't like it.
they're not stupid. They're just not as smart.
You know what? It's all right.
I just
One day.
I don't think
It's
I'm
just
better
gonna
than
be-
anybody.
It's just gonna
'cause-
be pictures, and you ain't gonna be able to read, and you're gonna be fucked up out here.
I don't think I'm better than anybody because I read. I just enjoy it. It's just something I enjoy.
There's a lot of people that read that are really stupid.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a reading
So they're
snob. I'm not
stupid
definitely not
reading
a
people?
I'm not a reading snob. I'm only a snob about music.
And Jacqueline, if you're still listening, man, you should like do like an audio version of your book. I'm on it.
I hear a lot of people they love
on
audiobooks.
Audiobook? Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for me, like I wouldn't pay it attention. Like it doesn't keep my attention hearing someone talk about something.
But that's that. But see, you know what? I mean, and all jokes aside, that's my thing, though, man.
I
Like,
bet. Just reading without reading. That's right up your alley.
I like people that speak and speech and perform. I mean, this is gonna sound horrible.
So you like the Bible by James Earl Jones? Like, no, I don't want to
It
hear that.
depends on the story, because someone kind of poor. But this is gonna sound really weird, and we're probably gonna lose viewership because of this statement. I like to hear people speak, like public speaking, and it doesn't matter who, and it doesn't matter the content. If they're controlling the crowd and move, like there have been speeches. Who's the worst person in the world ever that you ever think can exist?
Donald Trump.
Hitler.
There you go, Hitler.
You like to hear him speak?
I seen his speeches. What he was saying was deplorable. He moved the crowd. He was a guy that just spoke.
But another thing,
it was all hate rhetoric. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not saying I liked his
I know what
content.
you're saying, but I'm just saying I think that particular one is a bad example because, you know, a lot of that stuff was like staged. And when I say staged, like that wasn't like the German army. Like they brought people in to make their army look bigger and to make it seem like he had all these followers. He really didn't.
Well, I mean, and
the fact that, but the thing is, like you said, his speeches were good because he wrote greeting cards.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean,
So he could speak.
I will sometimes go through the TV and there'll be preachers on, and I'll stop and watch them, man. And like I don't even really get into the content of what they're saying entirely. It's just that
You like the show.
It's the captivation. Like some people could tell stories or give a speech and they bring you in. I mean, most people that like speak and get on stage, T, you know this. We call it move the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of comics.
Here's his weekly comedy reference. Okay, here's something I won't get.
T,
I got you.
yeah, we can talk about J. Cole.
I haven't done comedy. I have spoken in front of a room full of people.
No. I don't mean
No,
it
I'm
like
just messing.
that.
Go ahead. I'm teasing.
T, let me ask you this: have you ever like let's say a comic like go to open mic, and a comic he might not be great, but he's captivating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not like, you know, you leaving out there, man, that was just the funniest show ever, but he got him. You know what I mean? And it's like a night like MJ in the Zone kind of thing. And it almost don't even matter what they talking about because everybody, you just kind of leading them.
Hey, I'll give you a perfect example. DMX.
Yep.
DMX ain't the best rapper, but you gonna pay attention. You know what I mean? He gonna have that crowd under control.
So yeah, I'll go through the TV, like I'll be watching sometimes. I'll see a preacher that's talking, and I'm not talking about Ernest Ainsley, although
That's the first thing that came into my
when they were like a happy Jesus. But you know what's funny though? When I was younger, I got in trouble in school for this. He used to do this thing, and he'd be in Africa. You ever seen this before?
No,
And it'd be like. And God loves you, and God loves your children. And the Avenue, and so one time, like I was in school, and the vice principal came to our class, and she was like making a speech, right? She was talking about it was a food drive or something, bring cans, and like I was like in the back, and she was like, you know, and 2 cans per student would get us in. I was like, I got suspended for 5 days for that.
you should have
5.
You going to Wakanda hell.
Yeah, but I like preachers, man.
different type of heat.
I watch people I don't even like. Glenn Beck. I hate Glenn Beck. I shouldn't say hate. I dislike Glenn Beck. I dislike Rush Limbaugh. I dislike Nancy Grace. But I can watch it for hours at a time.
You would be
Because they
better
move,
suit
because they
spending that time reading.
Nah,
Right.
but they moving the crowd though. Like they're speaking and people like they're just captivating, man. Like I said, I don't really get into the subject matter all the time, but I'm just into. That's why I don't like Don Lemon because he doesn't move the crowd.
I can't listen to like just
Don Lemon is like some vanilla.
I can't listen to just empty
cracker.
rhetoric. Like I can't.
He does nothing. He does nothing. I mean, and he has a lace front, like you said.
He has a lace front fro.
But
That's why I can't watch
Hey.
Sports Center and stuff like that. I can't watch Stephen A. I can't watch Max Kellerman because it's like they're talking.
I got a question. Don Lemon's lace front. Do you think he got it for free or he had to pay?
Thanks. Deposit your
Nice.
joke money at the hump.com.